Welcome back to the channel. Another day in the shop. We are going to start working on the bump stop mounts, get the coilovers mocked up, and figure out, hopefully start flex testing. So let's get to work. All right, so for bump stops, we're using these rad flows, 2-inch bump stops. I'm going to mount them somewhere in here, a little bit in front of the axle. That way the coilover has a little extra room to clear it. So that means we're going to have to build a bump pad for us to land on. So that's where we're going to start, is building a bump pad. So I tacked the bump stop in real quick in the general location that I want it and bolted it back in. Now we're going to cut some cardboard, making out a mount on the axle tube that comes up and meets that location. Alright, so I have the bump pad tacked in real quick and the bump tacked in here. This tube is going to be used for storage up here, as well, like the carnage welder, and on this side battery and an extra little storage spot. So I'm going to figure out the angle. I need to bend it just a little bit more so I can go right through the bump can and tie it all in, make it look good and strong. Alright, we're currently sitting at full bump. The bottom pads may need to move a little bit. We'll take a few measurements, but the cans are in the exact same spot on each side, height-wise as well. So that should be full bump. We got to do some flex testing, but I would like to get the coilovers mocked up first. That way we know the whole through travel, if the bump stop works how we want it to work. Working on some flex testing. The coilover mounts are all tacked in and all the links are just tacked in. Everything's tacked right now, which is the way I prefer to test it, because that way if anything binds up or has issues, it'll pop a tack. So we have this side fully flexed up. We have a little bit of bump left on the coilover, but the bump stop is also bottomed out right now. And then this side is full droop. All our clearances are looking awesome. We have plenty of clearance. This bolt will be shorter, but either way it would still clear with the spring on. So it looks like all this stuff can be burned in. It's all measuring out perfectly. We're gonna test it, we'll flex it the other way one more time just to make sure this side is good, but all the measurements are the same, so it should be all right. Check the second side, flexed out. Everything's looking perfect. All the clearances are good. We are at still 4 degrees forward lean on the coilovers and about 1 degree full droop with about 8.5 degrees full stuff. So the angles are looking pretty good. Suspension should work really well. Got the whole back half welded up, got everything capped in, all the little stuff done, plated in, bump stops all fully welded up on the frame side.